implying that, without us, his service couldn't have been rendered, when in actuality it was only by Prabhupada's mercy that we were able to render any service. And so he said, because I have nothing to offer to my Guru Maharaj, I'm going to offer all of you. And then Srila Prabhupada went and he performed arati to the deities, and he offered us to his spiritual master. I don't know exactly the spiritual process, but I definitely felt the result of Srila Prabhupada's kindly connecting us with his Guru Maharaj. And then after arati, Srila Prabhupada turned and started dancing, and the word can't really be understood in terms of what Srila Prabhupada was manifesting. It's more like when Lord Chaitanya is described, and he was dancing in a circle like a firebrand. It was like one continuous movement. Srila Prabhupada was hopping up and down across the temple room, back and forth. And the entire, place where we were, the whole space, was immediately transported to another dimension. We were really out of the material world. And, I was a very young devotee, and I remember to this day, just my crying, tears running down, my face, and realizing how Srila Prabhupada was actually entering into our hearts, and he was cleaning them, he was purifying us, so that someday in the future we'd actually be able to render devotional service.
We were sitting in Srila Prabhupada's room, and Prabhupada had just had an arti for his little Radha and Krishna deities. He had music of himself singing, playing, and Prabhupada was playing kartals. We were sitting next to him, and then when the arti was over, Jagadish handed Srila Prabhupada a letter from Dharmaraj Prabhu requesting initiation. And so Prabhupada said he could get initiated. Then he turned to Jagadish and he said, "Do you know how to perform this fire sacrifice for the initiation ceremony?" And Jagadish said no, he didn't know how. And so Prabhupada instructed someone in the room to give Jagadish instructions on how to perform the fire jaga for the initiation. And he, at that time, he said, you have to know how to do this ceremony, because someday you will have disciples of your own. He looked at me, and I was like in my 8th month of pregnancy, and he said, just like before, she was not mature, but now she has become mature and she is having children of her own. So in the same way, someday you will also have children of your own.
And when it was my turn, I was called up to Prabhupada's Vyasasan. And then he didn't chant the whole mantra. What he did was chant word by word in my ear. Then after that, he took the thread and put it on my shoulder, and he patted me on the shoulder, and he was smiling. And I was thinking, this is encouraging. And I was feeling like he was happy that I'd become a Brahmin, and also perhaps felt that I was qualified, and that's why he was smiling and encouraging me. But I also felt that he was happy that he was making Brahmins, that he felt his movement was expanding, that now someone who had taken first initiation 6 months earlier was given a Brahminical initiation because he was following the process. The process was working. And I think this indicated to Prabhupada the future success of his movement, and I think that's why he was encouraged, and that's why he was smiling, that he felt that he's able to make Brahmins out of Westerners, and these Brahmins are needed in society to spread Krishna consciousness.
At this time, there was what Prabhupada considered to be the minimization of the spiritual master by the leaders, mostly from myself.